What is hell? Is it a place of fire and brimstone deep beneath the earth? Or is it a state of mind, a self-inflicted torment born from our own actions? In Hindu thought, the idea is not so simple. We call it Naraka. It is not an eternal damnation. It is not a final destination. Naraka is a cosmic correctional facility. It is a place of purification. It is a temporary realm where the soul, the jiva, must settle its karmic debts. The scriptures, the Puranas, the scriptures, the epics. They are located below the earth, in the southern direction. Imagine a world devoid of light, not just the absence of sun or stars, a profound, suffocating blackness that presses in from all sides. This is Tamisra, the hell of darkness. It is a realm reserved for those who seize another's wealth, another's spouse, another's children, the thief who operates under the cloak of night, the person who unlawfully appropriates what rightfully belongs to someone else. The soul is bound with inescapable ropes, the pashas of Yama. The soul bound and beaten by shadowy Yamadutas in a pitch-black environment. There is no food, no water, only perpetual darkness. If Tamisra is the darkness of a starless night, then Andhatamisra is the darkness within a sealed tomb. It is the blindfolding darkness, a deeper, more terrifying level of Naraka. It is for the person who, after seizing another's wealth or spouse, continues to enjoy them while the rightful owner suffers. It is the sin of deception and betrayal, particularly within a marital contract. The punishment in Andhatamisra is a descent into madness. The sensory deprivation is absolute. Here, the soul loses its sense of self, its memory, and its intellect. The name itself sends a shiver down the spine. Raurava, the hell of fear. Not darkness, but terror incarnate. The destination for those who lived selfishly on earth, who cared only for themselves and their immediate family, often at the expense of other living beings. A sin of cruelty and a lack of empathy. Those who harm or kill creatures for sustenance or pleasure. Those who seize property and bring ruin to families. In Raurava, that fear is returned, in monstrous form. Not ordinary serpents. They are the reincarnated forms of creatures the sinner harmed. Filled with vengeance, they attack without mercy. There are sins that are considered exceptionally cruel, acts that go beyond simple selfishness and into the realm of, sadistic pleasure. For those who kill innocent animals and birds and cook them just for the sheer joy of taste, a special hell awaits. It is called Kumbhipaka, which actually translates to cooked in a pot. This Naraka is reserved for those who take life not out of necessity, but honestly, out of gluttony or sport. Upon arrival, the soul is seized by the Yamadutas and thrown into a gigantic cauldron, a kumbha, filled with boiling oil. The experience is described in gruesome detail in the Puranas. The soul is cooked alive. The heat of Kumbhipaka is, in a way, the heat of a guilty conscience made manifest. Respect for elders, for parents, and for the wise is really a cornerstone of Dharma. To disrespect, harm, or show contempt for them is considered a grievous sin. For those who commit this transgression, particularly disrespecting Brahmins, the learned and priestly class, or one's own parents, the path leads to a hell named Kalasutra. The name itself is, pretty ominous, meaning the thread of time or the thread of death. The landscape of Kalasutra is a vast plain made entirely of copper. This copper surface is heated from below by a blazing fire, making it as hot as a furnace. The souls condemned to this realm are forced to run on this scorching metal expanse. The heat is so intense that their bodies are constantly burning. So, what happens to those who stray from the path of Dharma, who abandon their prescribed duties and chase after heretical or false beliefs? For those who abandon their svadharma, for those who embrace paradharma, for those who choose adharma, a terrifying forest awaits them. This is Asipatravana, the forest of sword leaves. This Naraka is also for those who cut down trees for selfish gain, showing no regard for nature and the life it sustains. The soul sees a lush, inviting forest. Exhausted, they seek shelter under the trees. But it is a deadly illusion. The moment they step in, razor-sharp leaves, asai, begin to fall. The abuse of power is a sin that poisons society. When a king, a ruler, or any person in authority punishes the innocent and protects the guilty, they commit a grave transgression against Dharma. It is called Sukaramukha, meaning boar's mouth. The sin here is the ultimate betrayal of public trust, where the protector becomes the predator and the shepherd leads the flock to slaughter. The soul is brought to a place where giant, fearsome boars roam, and these monstrous creatures, with their powerful jaws and sharp tusks, begin to crush the sinner's body. It is described as being like sugarcane being pressed in a mill. Before the soul can even reach the specific hells designated for its sins, it must face a final, horrifying ordeal. This is the river Vaitarani, the great boundary of Naraka. It's not a river of water, it is a foul, horrifying torrent of pus, blood, hair bones, and all manner of filth. It boils and seethes, filled with crocodiles, monstrous fish with iron beaks, and other carnivorous creatures. For the sinner, the crossing is an unimaginable torment. The flesh-eating creatures attack them from all sides, tearing at their bodies. Pulling the souls back in with hooks if they try to scramble ashore, lies a final, chilling destination for the most heinous sinners. The journey through the 10 hells of Hindu mythology is a chilling one. It takes us through corridors of darkness, across plains of fire, and into forests of swords. But as we emerge from this abyss of the imagination, we must ask ourselves, what is the purpose of these terrifying tales? No, their meaning is far more profound. They are a map of the human psyche. They are a mirror held up to our own actions, reflecting the potential consequences of a life lived without awareness, without compassion, without dharma. You reap what you sow. It creates a debt, an imbalance that must be rectified. Every act of kindness builds good karma. Every choice we make is a vote for either dharma or adharma. Begins with the simple choice to not create a hell for others.